You see, you think you have a focus issue, but you don't. And the reason I know you don't is you can watch YouTube, you can watch Netflix, you can play a video game for 12 hours a day if you wanted to. Literally, the only reason you would stop doing that is because you're just tired and it's sheer exhaustion. Your willpower, your motivation, it's unlimited. But then when it comes time to work, when it comes to, train, work on the business, take sales calls, whatever it is, you struggle to focus. So the question is how can we get that same motivation, that same willpower that we get when it comes to doing shit that's completely and entirely unproductive and translate that into the shit we know we should be doing that's gonna get us closer to where we wanna be? How do we do it? And to start it off, I'm gonna tell you a rough truth, dude. You're a drug addict. You see that homeless guy or the druggie just on the side of the quarter, itches his neck, that's us, bro. Except our drug is dopamine. That's what makes us make decisions. And I'm not trying to go Andrew Huberman-esque mode, but when I did this, dude, my life completely changed. I could never get up early. I could never do deep work. I could never focus. I was a shithead in school. I thought these people who made a lot of money were just crazy, gifted individuals, and I'm fucked. That's what I thought. When I did this, I could work late. I could work 12-hour days. I could knock doors in the freaking heat. I could make money. I was focused. I'm literally healthy. I could work out, do all this shit I could never do before. And this was the only thing that changed. So let's break it down. It is dopamine, dude. That is your addiction. So our brain is addicted to this shit. And the way it works is it's gonna look for the path of least resistance to obtain it. Why do you think you check your phone 150 times a day? Right? Why do you think you go on Instagram? Oh shit, I spelled that wrong. Instagram. Why do you go on TikTok? Netflix. Freaking like dating apps for people. What's another one? Gaming. All this shit, dude. Why do you do it? It's because it's the path of least resistance for a brain to get dopamine. Now, the question is, how do we change this? The simple way is remove the cues. Delete the shit, even if it's diet, dude. If I have a fucking pack of Twinkies sitting out, I'm probably gonna eat the Twinkies because they're there, they're in front of me. And willpower does not work, bro, because if it did, we wouldn't be in the position we're in right now, right? So even if it's diet, remove it, throw it away, throw it in the trash right now. If it's all these, delete them, delete the app from your phone. So then when your brain is like, hey man, I need a hit of that shit, there's resistance involved. You gotta re-download it, you gotta log in. Your freaking Xbox or PS5 is, you gave it to a buddy or it's in the other room in a box. Like it's harder now, it's out of sight, it's out of mind, right? And now, since our brain is still addicted to this shit, the question becomes, ¿Dónde está el dopamine? Where do we get it? Right? And this is when you incorporate the things you know you should be doing, right? Like a good diet. What's the diet you want to be on? Do you want to be eating a lot of steak, a lot of chicken with spinach, rice, more fruit? That's when you throw that in, right? The workouts. You're doing 3 days a week, but you want to do 6. Whatever it is, that's when you throw it in, right? Maybe it's the deep work. That's when you throw it in. So we know what we shouldn't be doing. We know what we should. The question is, how do we get there? And you need a reset, man. You need a restart. So if you go around YouTube, you're going to see a 24-hour dopamine detox, right? Where it's like no phone, no screens, maybe even a fast, only water, whatever it is. You can do that. It's hard. It's very difficult. In my opinion, the best thing that helped me was just being mentally aware of these things. Hey, the reason I'm checking my phone is my brain needs a dopamine hit. And the reason why this is so good is because when your brain is like searching for dopamine, whatever you give it, it will accept. That's how it works. It gets it or it doesn't. So when you get that urge where it's like, oh dude, I gotta check Instagram, I gotta go on TikTok, I gotta game, I gotta go on Netflix, I gotta eat shitty food, I need a shot, whatever it is. And then you throw your brain a curveball. And it's like, hey baby, we're working out now. We're gonna work on the business now. We're gonna take a sales call, we're gonna take a training, whatever it is. That's when you incorporate it. Because then your brain's like, hey, I can't get hits from this shit anymore. Like I need it. It still needs it. And it starts to pivot this way. Because think about it, dude. When you drink, last time you drank, right? You wake up, you're hungover as shit. You're like, dude, fuck it, I'm gonna order food. You eat some shitty food, right? And then you're like, all right, well, dude, since I don't feel good, I'm gonna just go on social media. And you start this cascading events of self-sabotage. And what did it all start with? Dopamine. Like, all you're doing when you do these things, like, I'm gonna throw booze in here because I think it's important. I went on a little bender not too long ago. It sucked. It was terrible. Our brain, when we do these things, all we're doing is taking dopamine, like cheap dopamine. It's like doing a shitty drug. You get this cheap dopamine, the high sucks, it's terrible. And then you feel worse after because your baseline's reduced. But when you start to do these things, it's actually fulfilling. You're on purpose. So just being mentally aware or doing the 24-hour detox and start incorporating these things, it's different from what you've done in the past, because in the past, to do these things, what did you rely on? The name of your game was willpower. Ignore my chicken scratch handwriting. It's terrible, dude. I dropped out of college, right? You rely on willpower. And it doesn't last, bro. You can't do that shit. It is not sustainable. But when you rewire your brain to do hard work, now suddenly the same motivation you get to go on a 7-day booze bender, a 13-hour shift of Skyrim, now translate into the shit that's actually gonna get you the results you're looking for. And that's the change you need to make. I promise you, dude, these entrepreneurs you put on a pedestal, whoever it is, they are not all born different. They're not just naturally gifted. Maybe some of them, their brains rewired. They make different decisions. Their decision-making process is different. Because of it, they get different outcomes. Now realize the decisions you've made in the past have led you to the present. And if you want to change your results going forward, what needs to change? Your decisions. And the reason we make decisions, oftentimes, 99%, is dopamine. So if we can change the way in which we get it, which we get our addiction, and now instead of becoming addicted to just absolute bullshit, you can get addicted to shit that's actually helpful. That's how they do it. You think these guys just clock in 12-hour shifts because they're built different? Their brain's rewired. That is their crack, bro. And it's removing it, whether it be the app, the phone, putting it in another room, removing the junk food, getting rid of your TV, giving your Xbox to a friend, whatever it is. Remove the bad shit. Your brain's gonna search for a way to get a hit. It doesn't care. It just wants it. It does not matter what it is. And that's when these all of a sudden become a lot more sustainable. Sorry. Now, if you have questions about this, feel free. Like, drop something in the comments. But as always, stay focused and take action, dude. There's never gonna be this star lining moment for you where God himself will come down and be like, look, man, now is your time. It doesn't exist. God will meet you halfway, if that's your beliefs like me. But the perfect condition for you, dude, is just starting. It doesn't matter. You're gonna fall, you might scrape your knees, it is what it is. But you stack those steps over a month, over 2 months, over 6 months, over 12 months, suddenly you're in a completely different spot. But the message here is start stepping.